Hello and welcome to Physical Therapy, a movie podcast inspired by the world of physical media and beyond. My name is Kurt.
My name is Sam.
On today's show, we're going to be talking not one, but two movies written by Shane Black, recently released on 4K. Lethal Weapon from 1987 and The Long Kiss Goodnight from 1996, recently released by Arrow Video and a limited edition. Lethal Weapon came out from Warner Brothers.
Both are Warner Brothers titles in general. Lethal Weapon was directed by Richard Donner, the late great, and The Long Kiss Goodnight was directed by Rennie Harlin.
So this movie is after Cutthroat Island.
Yeah, it's the movie he does directly afterward.
I thought that he went to jail for that, basically. Director jail.
Cutthroat Island?
Yeah.
Well, I think both that movie and this, I know for a fact that Cutthroat Island was a massive financial failure, but I don't think The Long Kiss Goodnight did all that great either.
Yeah, $65 million budget with a 95 return, according to Wikipedia. Not super well.
Is his next movie after Long Kiss Goodnight a famous shark movie called Deep Blue Sea?
I think so.
Hell yeah.
We'll be getting into those later. But speaking of a famous shark movie, Sam, called Deep Blue Sea, have you seen Jurassic World Rebirth?
I have not seen it, and I don't think I'm going to.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Sure.
But there is shades of Deep Blue Sea in it, I think.
Dang. Is that the best part?
Well, the plot sort of centers around extracting blood from dinosaurs in order to combat heart disease.
Of course it does. That sounds not great.
It's not great. I think that franchise has run out of gas.
Yeah.
But I think it did pretty well.
I think it did decent decent in terms of a Jurassic World for the 5-day release, but I was hearing some reporting that if it wouldn't have come out on that Wednesday, the weekend box office would have been a little weak.
There's just so much stuff out. It's like coming so fast and everybody's fighting for the IMAXs. Superman came out like a week later.
But then you look at the rest of July and it's kind of light.
I know.
Like I'm seeing Superman today, which is weird because I actually have absolutely no connection to that character and I have absolutely no expectations of this movie. But I was looking at the slate going forward and Together comes out at the end of the month, but there's not much in between then and now that I'm excited about.
That's Dave Franco and Alison Brie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Looks kind of the substance coated body horror, you know.
We went to see Jurassic World Rebirth at the City Walk, not at the IMAX, and I was in a theater I'd never been in. It was all very brightly lit when we went in and the trailers were on and stuff. And then they played the classic AMC Coca-Cola commercial, the like Silence is Golden stuff, the Nicole Kidman commercial, and the lights went down, I think, for that stuff. And so I'm sitting in the dark.
Oh.
And then another trailer, Sam. The green card came on and I knew what it was.
Did you book it?
I fucking ran over people. I was like, this is the Odyssey, folks. They play the teaser for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. But they, of course, time it in this special way where it's like everybody is paying attention now. Mm-hmm. I didn't expect that. I was like throwing kids to the ground, pushing the elderly out of the way. Fuck.
But I don't think there's any footage in it, is there?
I heard one word. I didn't see anything, but I heard one word. I think there's footage.
Okay.
Some.
I just, his teasers are notoriously teasery.
Yeah.
I mean, think back to the Dark Knight one. You hear Heath a couple times, but you don't really see anything.
Yeah. But it got my heart racing. It was fun.
Hell yeah.
I was like, movies, baby.
Because that's not till next summer.
Correct.
And the whole thing is shot with IMAX cameras?
Yes.
Wow.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I believe Dune 3 is doing that too.
Got it. So we have like about a decade before the next James Bond movie comes out.
Doesn't it have a date?
It does?
Maybe not a date, but I thought it had a year.
That seems crazy, man.
I'm looking now. It's not official. However, it seems like it's going to be late 2027, according to Google. So get comfortable.
I mean, cool.
What else have you seen? Anything in the theater?
Nothing else in the theater. I have been watching some stuff at home. And like I said, I will be seeing Superman today, but I'm not super jazzed on anything right now.
I thought Ballerina was pretty fun. I saw that last week.
The flamethrower fight is one of the coolest things ever.
It's so good. So good. There's like a couple great action sequences in it.
Yeah.
Kind of a rocky start, but ultimately I walked out feeling great.
I think it finds its footing in the second half, but it's a little bland in the beginning.
Yeah, just sort of a generic setup.
Do you have any interest in seeing this Superman movie?
I do. And the reviews are ultimately why I think they sort of pushed me over the edge. But I was tiptoeing toward it because I think it was during like the NBA finals. There was a trailer that just kept getting repeated over and over. And I was like, I'm not seeing this movie the first time it came on. So I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, there's a lot of shit in this trailer that is intriguing me and like surprising, just stuff where I was like, what? That like, I didn't know Superman, that universe had a giant like Godzilla monster in it or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, there were just little things, like little imagery. So that piqued my interest a little bit, and it looks really cool. Like the visual kind of palette of it is like very bright and fun, and you know, just not Man of Steel-ish, you know, nothing against that, but it was surprising. So I do think I will go, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts.
Nicholas Hoult plays Lex Luthor in this movie.
Yeah.
And Nicholas Hoult is a dude who I feel like I've been watching for years. And just recently I've been like, dog, Nicholas Hoult is awesome.
What did it for you? The Order?
Maybe the combination of The Order and Nosferatu, like
right,
kind of close back to back. I always thought he was a really good Beast in the X-Men universe. Mm-hmm. When I see his name on something, I'm like, oh, cool. He's in this. Mm-hmm. Like he's one of those people who maybe I won't seek out, but when I see he's in something, I get excited.
He's great in The Favorite.
Oh, yeah, he's so good in The Favorite.
Just like a prick.
Yeah, yeah.
Did Jesse Eisenberg play Lex Luthor?
Yeah.
Wow. How'd that go? Did you see that?
Didn't you see it? It was in Batman vs. Superman. Did you see that movie?
No idea. I don't think so.
That's the first one that he plays Lex Luthor in, and he has like a bunch of hair in it.
I honestly think I only saw Ben Affleck play Batman in Suicide Squad.
Wait, you saw Suicide Squad?
I did.
The original one?
Yes, because I think there was a time in this world in my life where the idea of a Jared Leto Joker had some promise.
Incredible.
And like David Ayer had just done Fury, right?
Yeah, I think Suicide Squad was the movie after Fury.
I was all hopped up on Fury energy.
Yeah.
What a time.
Fury rules, dude.
Fury totally rules. But otherwise, I never saw Ben Affleck Batman.
That's true, because I remember there's a really cool scene in that otherwise terrible movie where Batman like breaks into a warehouse to save Superman's mom.
Okay.
And it's like so unlike Batman because he kills like 400 people in it, but it's a phenomenally directed action scene. And there's a lot of like straight panel pulling from the Dark Knight Returns comic book.
Our friend Jackie texted me yesterday and asked if her 4-year-old son could handle Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
Oh.
And I was like, I think I was like 6 when I saw it. It might be a little scary. And she was like, he watched the trailer and says he's excited for it to be scary. So he watched it. She followed up, loved it. And I think this child is now on a Batman the Animated Series path.
Hell yeah, dude.
And it made me very excited to recommend that.
Yes.
I was like, is this why people have kids? To show them Batman the Animated Series? Fuck yeah.
That and X-Men the Animated Series, dude. Sign me up.
Hell yeah. I have been watching Twin Peaks.
Oh, fun.
The 4K Blu-ray kind of combo, I guess you'd call it. I don't know what you'd call it. The pilot and the last episode, I think, of The Return are in 4K. We've talked about this maybe on the show already, but the rest of it's just on Blu-ray. Mm-hmm. Only a few episodes in so far. I've seen the original run. Mm-hmm. I've never seen Fire Walk with Me, and I've never seen The Return, so I'm really looking forward to getting to those when I'm finished rewatching. It's been 16 years probably since I watched for the first time.
Where are you going to put Fire Walk with Me like in your viewing?
When did it come out?
Well, I think it came out after season 2 had wrapped, but it works as like a prequel and a sequel.
I'm going to watch it after the original 2 seasons.
Okay.
Before The Return.
Yeah, I should do that with you, honestly, because I have The Return sitting in the shame pile and I've never seen it.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Twin Peaks is amazing. It's amazing.
Until it's not. The second season is hard.
And the second season is way longer than the first one, right?
Yeah. And it's so bad, dude.
Interesting.
I've given up on the second season 2 or 3 times. I've never made it through it. It just gets so bad.
Does it not end well?
I've heard it ends incredibly, but...
Okay, yeah. That's my memory. Should we talk some announcements? Has there been anything good since we recorded?
I'd first like to say that anybody who's been waiting for that 90s version of Night of the Living Dead, directed by Tom Savini, Diabolic got it in stock for like an hour and then it sold out. Now, this hasn't been labeled as limited edition or anything else, so I'm assuming this is going to pop up other places once it's closer to release date. But I missed out on that pre-order and I'm a little bummed, honestly.
Me too. I can't wait to see that movie and pick that up. It always confuses me with steelbooks, whether are they coming back or are these one-time presses? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, and it's a studio release, so you would think that more often than not, when it's a studio release, they kind of just release it forever.
Right.
So who knows, man? So that's kind of a bummer, but I will pick that up if I have the chance. There was also A24 announced that they were bring her back to 4K.
Did you see this?
I did see this. It is so upsetting.
Fuck. Yeah. I think I canceled a couple AMC reservations just because I had heard that and I couldn't bring myself to go there.
It's good. It's really good. And it's not super scary, but it is horrific in what happens in it.
Okay.
You know?
I definitely want to see it.
My buddy Travis and I walked out of the theater and I was like, damn, that was really good. I wonder if I'll ever pick that up. And he was just like, I'm never watching that movie ever again.
Yeah, that's a 4K, right? That they're doing?
Yeah. So I think they're doing both a 4K and a Blu-ray.
Cool.
But it's an A24 release, so pretty much only available from their website or Barnes & Noble.
Amoeba has them.
Amoeba has them?
If you're out in LA, yeah.
That's cool. I guess actually Music Millennium has a couple titles as well. They're just, I don't think they're as readily available as other boutique labels.
Doesn't Walmart sell them?
Walmart sells A24 Blu-rays?
I believe I saw that. I believe someone the show follows on Instagram maybe posted that, like a picture of them for sale on a rack at Walmart. So they're around.
We should also point out too that we're getting some conflicting information. Apparently, the limited edition of Dark City is sold out, but not everyone has run through their stock of it.
Yeah.
So if you see it at Amazon or Barnes & Noble or Walmart or wherever, I would buy it if you have interest in it, because I don't think anybody is restocking it.
Copy. Yeah. Get it while you can.
Yeah. Oh, and the last thing I want to point out is Night of the Juggler, which was either a wish from
It was Drew.
It was Drew. Yeah. Okay, it was Drew. I don't know anything about this movie. It looks awesome. Gritty 1980s New York kidnapping movie starring James Brolin. Sign me up. Kino's dropping the 4K of it.
September, right?
September 16th. Yeah. I cannot wait.
Kino also just announced a 4K of Runaway Train.
Okay. Everyone is welcome because I just bought this Blu-ray during the last Kino sale.
Ugh.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, it rocks.
Does it? I've never seen it.
I'm pretty sure it rocks. I just remember the ending being awesome.
Okay.
What are you going to do? Are you going to watch your Blu-ray or upgrade?
I'll watch the Blue. Yeah. You know, it's one of those things where if I watch it and really like it and feel like I'll visit it again, I probably will upgrade it because the Blu-ray did not ship with a slip. Mm-hmm. And I am very happy with where my Kino collection is in terms of slip sleeves right now. And I don't want my shelf to start looking stupid if I have one without one.
God forbid. Universal's doing a 4K release of The Phoenician Scheme, which I still haven't seen, and I'll probably blind buy because I hear it's great. And that's a first Wes Anderson 4K other than the giant Criterion box, as far as I know. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I guess. I didn't see that either.
Yeah. What else has there been?
I feel like it's been kind of a slow month for announcements.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're recording this right before Criterion will be announcing stuff, so we don't know what those are yet. But yeah.
It better be To Live and Die in LA, French Connection, and Dog Day Afternoon.
You want a Criterion To Live and Die in LA?
Oh, wait. Arrow's putting that out. Yeah, no, I'd rather have an Arrow.
Kino already put it out. You want every studio.
I'd way rather have an Arrow. Man, I was at Music Millennium last week here in Portland, and there is another label. I can't remember who it is, but they have put out a Roadhouse edition. It's just a Blu-ray, but the case is pretty awesome. It's like a lentacular 3D image of him standing with his arms crossed in the Roadhouse, bright pink and neon blue logo is popping out. I almost bought it, but I did not.
Speaking of that, do you have any confessions?
I have been really good. I did a massive overhaul of my shame pile.
Yeah.
And it like kind of made me feel good and psychotic. So I've honestly been really good. I haven't bought anything.
Wow. Look at this. This physical therapy is working, Sam. I did the same thing.
Did you really?
I took a bunch of shit down to Amoeba. And what did I do? I got credit and brought a bunch of shit home.
Yeah, what'd you bring home?
It's a happier confession just because I bought it all with store credit. But I brought home Sinners.
Ooh, I really want to pick that up.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm waiting for Kim. She's been, gone and working and hasn't had a chance to see that. And I was looking at the Blu-ray.com review of it, and it's supposed to be excellent. So, there's sequences in IMAX, and those will be full-blown, like 16 by 9 on the 4K. But the regular, like 65 mil stuff that wasn't IMAX, I forgot that stuff is like 275 to 1. So it's super narrow. So the black bars will be like huge.
Whoa.
When it's not in IMAX. So that'll just be like a very unique presentation. I can't wait to see it again.
Did I tell you I saw it again in theaters like 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
Seeing it for the second time really like solidified it as a top 5
Hell yeah.
of the year.
Yeah, I can't wait. Knowing where it's going to go, it's always so much more interesting the second time.
Yeah.
I got A24's 4K of Warfare.
Ooh.
Yeah. Warfare, I forget if we talked about it on the show, but it's so compelling, that movie. It's Alex Garland with a co-director whose name I don't have in front of me.
Ray Mendoza.
Great. It's based on a true story, and Ray Mendoza was like in the room there for the actual event. And it follows soldiers who are pinned down in a house during the Iraq War. And it's like stripped of all the kind of movie bullshit. All the dialogue is about process, how they're going to get out of this situation. The characters aren't really fleshed out beyond kind of the immediate present situation that they're in. And it makes every other war movie feel like scripted in a way that just puts you in the room in like a very visceral, terrifying way.
I mean, truly one of the most intense viewing experiences I've ever had in a theater.
Yes. So I don't know when I'll revisit that, but I'm happy to have it.
Sure.
And what else? I still have a little bit of credit left, and I've been circling Clueless, which just came out on 4K.
Okay.
I think I'll wait for a review. I'm not sure if there is one yet. I have the Blu-ray, but I feel like that could be a really nice 90s upgrade.
Yeah, that's a fun one. That's a really fun one.
But that's about it, Sam. We're growing. We're doing better.
I do really want to pick up Companion and Sinners as well. Those are two newer 4Ks, or newer movies that are also new to 4K that I would like to grab.
Okay, Sam, let's talk Shane Black ×2.
Can't wait.
All right, Sam, Lethal Weapon. When's the last time you saw this?
I mean, maybe I streamed it at some point, but probably not since VHS days.
Yeah, I think I had seen it once since childhood, but had forgotten most of it, to be honest. This movie is insane.
This movie's insane.
Lethal Weapon stars Mel Gibson and Danny Glover as brand new cop partners
who are both the type of people who are like, I work better alone.
Is this the movie that makes Mel Gibson a star? I know Mad Max, is big, but this like launches him.
He is on the rise. Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, really like makes him even bigger, and then this movie kind of shoots him into the stratosphere.
This is a huge hit. $120 million box office against a $15 million budget, and millions of sequels and TV shows. And
this made everybody a star. Richard Donner directed this movie. He directed all 4 of the Lethal Weapon movies. Danny Glover basically gets Predator 2 off of this and Lethal Weapon 2. Mel Gibson launches his entire career on the back of this movie. Shane Black, because of the success of this script, is the first screenwriter in Hollywood to sell a script for $4 million after this. Like, this was a massive success for a lot of people attached to this movie.
Like all Shane Black movies, right? This movie takes place on Christmas.
Or during the Christmas holiday. I don't know if it's all of them, but it's like 98% of them. And it's going to be, this movie's going to be interesting to talk about because Mel Gibson is a monster of a human being.
And he plays a psychopath in this.
Yeah, but he's really good in this movie.
Yeah, of course.
Both him and Danny Glover both are phenomenal in this movie. I was blown away at how good they both were in this movie when I was watching it last night. There's a point where Danny Glover turns to Mel Gibson and he goes, Why am I stuck with you? God hates me, that's why. And Mel goes, hate him back. Seems to work for me.
Yeah.
And I lost my mind, dude.
And it takes a drag of a cigarette, right?
Yep.
They drive out of frame. Yeah, it's great. Shane Black is one of the few like celebrity screenwriters, right? I mean, there aren't very many screenwriters whose name is as popular as his.
But interestingly enough, he disappeared for a long time.
At what point?
Like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which I think is 2006, Val Kilmer and Robert Downey Jr. He hadn't really done much leading up to that, and then it's another like 10 years before the Nice Guys come out.
You're right. Long Kiss Goodnight goes straight into Kiss Kiss Bang Bang 9 years later.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably spending his money. I hope.
Good on him. I mean, this is a guy who wrote The Monster Squad, which is I've talked about on this podcast before. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, The Last Boy Scout. He did punch-ups on the Predator script he did punch-ups on the original Predator script and wrote himself into the movie.
Yep.
Incredible. He unfortunately wrote and directed The Predator, which is
the worst movie of all time.
The worst movie of all time.
What's up with The Last Boy Scout?
I watched it during lockdown, and I remember being like, I don't know what this movie is, but maybe it's really good.
Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans, directed by Tony Scott.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, Kino.
You know it. You know they're like circling it with a highlighter right now. So how did you feel about watching this movie again?
I had fun with it. Mel Gibson being crazy in a movie just plays a little weird for me.
Because he's like a crazy person?
Yeah, I can't stop picturing him like on South Park, like jumping up and down in his underwear. It's basically this movie. I did love Danny Glover in this.
He turns 50 in the very first scene we see him in this movie. And he's like a 36-year-old playing a 50-year-old. The weirdest thing, however, is that he's taking a bath when we first meet him.
Yeah.
It's his 50th birthday, and then his entire family comes into the bathroom that he is in, and they all kiss him while he's naked in the bath.
Like teenagers.
Yeah.
So weird. And there are not enough bubbles in
No. Yeah. It's a weird choice. But other than that, the movie's flawless. I texted my friend Trav B while I was watching the movie because he had just watched Lethal Weapon as well. And I texted him saying, Lethal Weapon is a perfect movie.
You really think that Lethal Weapon is a perfect movie?
I think Lethal Weapon is a perfect movie. Dude, your boy Tom Atkins pops up in this movie as like a Vietnam buddy of Danny Glover's.
Yes.
And he is the kind of catalyst that gets the cops involved with this military black ops operation. I'd completely forgotten Tom Atkins was in this movie. Amazing to see him as always.
His daughter dies in the first scene.
Yep.
She throws herself off a balcony, and he basically enlists Danny Glover, his old friend, to track down the killers and take them out. Gary Busey is the villain of this movie. There's a scene where someone gets killed standing in like a bedroom or an office inside of a cliffside mansion in Malibu. They get shot from Gary Busey, who's like hanging out of a helicopter that's flying over the ocean. It's fucking rocks. You know, there's a bunch of great late 80s action in this. I'm having a hard time not just wanting to talk about how crazy the ending of this is. Like, can we go there?
Yeah, totally. I have no new thoughts on what Lethal Weapon is as a movie. Like, as a franchise, I don't think I've ever seen the third or the fourth. I really want to revisit Lethal Weapon 2 because from my memory, there's a pool bomb that's like the funniest thing of all time.
Yeah. Someone dives into a pool and it explodes.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
But I just had a great time revisiting this movie. It's that sweet spot of practical effects shot in LA. I mean, I at least I think so.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's really fun to watch the LA stuff. All these locations. There's a part where I was like, that's my gym, but it's not my gym.
It's charming. I don't know. It's the script. Shane Black's scripts are very funny. They're very tongue in cheek. It's always two people teaming up to solve whatever the issue is. It's formulaic kind of in his own way. Like, I don't think a lot of people write like Shane Black does, but Shane Black movies always sound like Shane Black movies.
He's a screenwriter whose dialogue sometimes feels a little forced to me. I find myself bumping up against that sometimes.
Almost like it's too cutesy.
Yeah, and it, for lack of a better way to describe it, it feels Tarantino try-hardy to me.
I also want to point out that I happened to watch The Nice Guys because I got that second sight big box of it during this. So I just did Nice Guys, Long Kiss Goodnight, and Lethal Weapon.
How is that Nice Guys disc?
Great. Looked beautiful. A lot comes in it. Second sight always knocks it out of the park.
Ryan Gosling is so good in that.
I was like cackling while watching this movie. I think it's so funny and so good. Lethal Weapon kind of is paving the way for Nice Guys, and it's paving the way for his writing. Like he got more comfortable. Like I don't see The Nice Guys as inspired by Tarantino as some of his other stuff.
I mean, it bumped me the most in Long Kiss Goodnight, I guess.
Well, and I have a thought on that, which we can get to once we start discussing it.
But first, let's talk about the ending of Lethal Weapon. They're trying to catch Gary Busey. He's threatening Danny Glover's family the whole movie. He kidnaps his daughter. He's showing up at the house at the end of the movie. And the kind of climax of this film is they've caught Gary Busey, and all these cops are ascending onto Danny Glover's property, and like they surround Mel, Gary, and Danny Glover. And instead of arresting Gary Busey, all of these cops support a fist fight between Mel and Gary Busey
on the front lawn of Danny Glover's house, which also somebody has run over a fire hydrant during. So it's just spraying water everywhere.
And it's this insane fight where you're just like, what's going on here? Like, we already caught this guy. Like, just put him in the back of a cop car and the end. Like, is it possible that 50 cops are this collectively irresponsible, that they're just beating the fucking shit out of Gary Busey and letting him beat the shit out of Mel?
There's like a line where Danny Glover's like, I'm acting sergeant in charge. Nobody touches him. And then they all just stand there while these two guys just fist fight on a front lawn.
And Danny Glover's like, kill him. Kill him.
Yeah.
It's like in the middle of a neighborhood.
Arguably like the day before Christmas.
Yeah, it's like fucking Christmas Eve. I was just like, I could not believe my eyes that was where this movie went. And I guess it's funny. Is it funny? Is it supposed to be funny, or am I not supposed to be asking these questions?
I think that's what Shane Black's entire project is. Like, how do I give you really good action that's kind of set in the real world, but everybody is like a stand-up comedian? This
situation, it just felt like too far-fetched.
Yeah, sure.
And I didn't understand if I was supposed to be laughing or not.
Well, and it's weird too, because the like head bad guy who Gary Busey is working for is already dead at this point. So really, like, there isn't a lot of dramatic stakes involved in this fight, other than, is Mel going to be able to take this guy? It is an extremely weird ending to an extremely insane movie, but it's kind of like, of its product.
I think the next time I watch it, I'll probably be fine with it, knowing that it's coming. It just really caught me off guard.
So did you remember like anything from this movie? This was like a VHS that my dad had at his house, and I remember seeing as a kid and being like, that's probably going to be boring because it's the black and white image of both their faces. And then my older brother showed it to me, and anytime we would go over there, we'd put that movie on. So I had like scenes of it burned into my memory, but I didn't remember the plot or much around those scenes.
I didn't have specific stuff in my head. I think all of the sequels and stuff are all conflated together in my head. Like, I knew obviously that like Joe Pesci wasn't going to be in this, but I thought the pool bomb was in this movie.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like for whatever reason, I saw the Joe Pesci one like more times than this. It was available at this little tiny mom and pop video gas station, really, but they had a video stand near our cabin when I was a kid. And I think it was either PG-13 or it was like a language and violence only R that I was allowed to rent. So I don't know. The answer is no.
Other than credited for creating the characters, I don't think Shane Black writes any of the others.
That's true.
And I think that they get a little bit more tame. I mean, the Joe Pesci character is like a legit clown. He's just like going like, okay, like the entire time.
That's a pretty good Joe Pesci.
Thanks, dog. This one is like, it's pretty gritty at the end of the day. Like Mel Gibson puts a loaded gun in his mouth as he cries to a picture of his dead wife and then says, "I miss you." It's pretty gnarly at times.
Yeah, he's carrying around a
hollow point bullet.
Yeah.
So when he shoots himself in the head, it will make sure to go through the back of his skull.
Like he's got this bullet with him at all times.
So you hear these really intense lines, and then you hear like the funniest fucking score ever written for a movie ever. It's just like wailing guitar notes and saxophone beats. It is so weird, dude.
Wow, I just saw on Shane Black's Wikipedia that he plays the cafe manager in As Good as It Gets that kicks Jack Nicholson out for being rude.
Yeah.
Incredible. Incredible.
Nice job, Shane.
I guess that's what he was doing between Long Kiss Goodnight and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. A good release overall, I thought.
Yeah.
It looked great.
You didn't get the Warner Brothers big box?
Yeah, so no, I got like just a slip-sleeved studio release US edition. You got a UK edition of this?
Yeah, so Warner Brothers, I think they started with A Nightmare on Elm Street. I believe that was the first one, but they have been doing these UK editions, which are about the same size as an Arrow big box edition. I believe it's the exact same steelbook that you have. It's just housed in a bigger case that has some writings on it, some lobby cards, things of that nature.
And you have what, Nightmare on Elm Street like this too?
Those are the two that I have, Lethal Weapon and Nightmare on Elm Street. I like them though because the look of them on the shelf, I can't tell that it's a steelbook.
Right. Presumably though, the same disc is inside, same special features and all that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm perfectly happy to have this. I will throw it on again, absolutely, at some point.
It's a really fun movie to watch and have like 40 beers too.
Yeah, that might have been my problem. I think I did not have enough beers by the time they were screaming to kill their captured Gary Busey.
I paused the movie at one point and I ran into my kitchen and grabbed a beer. And right as I was closing the fridge door, I looked at the fridge and I grabbed 2 beers. I was like, I know what I'm in for.
Very wise. Okay, Long Kiss Goodnight. This is a movie that I had never seen and a movie that I knew nothing about.
Wow.
Other than the poster.
Okay.
And it's one that I have wanted to see for a few years because I think you were like, this movie rocks. And the Blu-ray might have been out of print, the studio Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Because I was always sort of hunting for it at Amoeba in case someone had, sold a copy of it. Never found it and was very excited when Arrow announced they'd be doing this 4K.
So this is a movie that my mother rented for whatever reason. I don't know why she rented this movie, but like rented it on VHS. And I remember she put my younger brother and sister to bed and like was like, "Hey, do you and your brother want to watch this with me?" I was young enough that there's like a dead body underwater in one scene of this movie, and that terrified me. But I also thought this was the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Yeah. The idea of seeing this as a young person probably rocked.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're 8 when this comes out.
Yeah. So this is Gina Davis and Sam Jackson. Gina Davis plays a woman who's narrating from the start of this film that she, 8 years prior, basically washed up on a beach with no memory. And she was pregnant at the time. Now she has an 8-year-old daughter, a very, very sweet boyfriend who's a teacher in a small town and living this quaint little life with no idea who she used to be. Soon enough, little by little, she starts having, flashes of memories and dreams where she's being visited by a blonde version of Gina Davis.
With very dark eye makeup.
Who is
fast talking, cigarette smoking, take no shit from anybody.
Yeah. And this movie as well takes place in the Christmas season.
Yup.
She is Mrs. Claus in a town parade that's being broadcast like on national television. And played in a prison where an inmate with one eye recognizes her. And this sort of sets the movie in motion.
I need to come clean and apologize to anyone that I've ever told to watch this movie, only because I've been telling people that Clive Owen is the bad guy in this movie for like...
You did tell me that.
20 years.
Wow.
And it is not Clive Owen. Clive Owen is nowhere near this movie, dude.
Damn, dude. better movie with Clive Owen.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Timothy, the lead bad guy, is played by Craig Bierko. So I apologize to anybody who watched this movie thinking Clive Owen would show up.
And Samuel L. Jackson is a PI.
But like a gross, skeezy PI.
Uh-huh. So Gina Davis has been hiring private investigators left and right to try to dig up information on her past for any clues as to who she was. And all of them have been striking out. So now she's down to like budget PIs. And Sam Jackson has a partner who finds some information out.
Gina Davis's character, Samantha, is like the suburban nice one. And then there's Charlie, who is the
blonde badass. Yeah.
Yeah. And Charlie was renting an apartment from an older woman who passed away. And because Charlie disappeared 8 years ago, that older woman kept all this stuff. So when she died, her kids started going through it. Somebody found a credit card, tried to use it. So that number came up in the system.
Right.
And then they got a ping on her.
So Sam Jackson like shows up at her house at the exact same time that the one-eyed prisoner who's escaped.
We got to pause for 1 second. One of the things that helps give Samantha her memory back is she gets into a car accident while driving an older man home
after a Christmas party.
Their Christmas party. They hit a deer, and it is the craziest, funniest car accident you will ever see.
It's deeply upsetting.
The deer hits the windshield with like its hooves, and it's still alive, so it's like kicking around. I think it kicks Gina Davis in the face. Then they swerve off the road, hit a tree, and Gina Davis's body is launched out of the broken windshield and like hits a snowbank and passes out.
And this deer is animatronic, and it's deeply upsetting. Like, animal lovers beware. It really...
I'm sorry. She doesn't pass out. She crawls, she drags her broken body to the deer, who's also broken and like
wheezing and in pain. It's awful.
What sound does a deer make? What is it, bray?
Oh, I don't know. Good word. Good pull.
So anyway, she pulls her body over that dying deer and breaks its neck.
By holding its antlers.
Yeah, and snaps its neck. Does the old man die in this car accident?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Which they never really talk about.
No, it's never brought up again that like the most insane car accident, that would be more national news than her as Mrs. Claus in a parade.
Also, like, it's after a Christmas party. I don't know if we see her drinking. Maybe she's not drinking.
We don't see her drinking, but we see that old guy drinking.
That's why she's driving him home.
Yeah. And he's like fucking around in the car, and that's why her...
Yeah, he's feeling her up. Dirty old man.
Yeah.
But like, are we sure her ABV level is below the limit? Because it's like, that's like manslaughter, isn't it?
Not for a deer. Oh, for the guy.
Not for a deer.
I think that guy caused the accident.
Absolutely. Anyways.
So yeah, Samuel Jackson gets to their house after she has been released from the hospital, right as this jailbroken assassin shows up at their house with a shotgun that has a grenade launcher attachment below the shotgun barrel. A fight ensues. That guy shoots a grenade. It blows a
hole through the house.
Yeah. And Gina Davis picks up her daughter,
her 8-year-old daughter,
by like her belt loop and her shirt collar, and heaves her out of the window into her treehouse.
Out of the hole in the wall.
Yeah, it's not a window, it's the hole in the wall. It's awesome and ridiculous, but mainly awesome.
And then she proceeds to fight this guy and kill him with a knife.
After this, she gets Sam Jackson. She's like, I've already paid you. You have to come with me on this journey to figure out why these people are trying to kill me. And we have to go to this old woman's house to go through my stuff to figure out who I am.
And she's like, at this point, she's physically capable of doing things she didn't know she could do, like with knives and with breaking deer's necks.
And from there, it's this weird kind of road trip movie while they're figuring out who she used to be, and they keep getting little clues, which leads her to call Brian Cox. And Brian Cox he realizes that it's Charlie on the phone. He says, you have to come in. You've been a government assassin. I need you to like debrief. You've been gone for 8 years. There are people who are trying to kill you. So they meet Brian Cox's character at a train station, but Brian Cox was followed there, and another insane action set piece starts. Another thing about Shane Black is that he loves action in like a suburban setting.
This train station is right next to a frozen lake in this small town. A shootout ensues kind of on the first floor. Her and Sam Jackson are running away, escaping. They end up on the second floor or the third floor or higher up, and they jump out of a window while a fireball is exploding behind them and are falling down toward the ice while Gina Davis is shooting a machine gun in a circular formation so they land in the water and not on top of the ice.
Yeah, to like break their fall, basically.
To break their fall. And it is all done with like wire work and looks completely insane and rules.
Yeah, wait, we haven't even done this. How did you feel about this movie? Where did you end up with it?
I liked it. This movie is totally insane. I think, like I say, it would have been really, really fun to see this as a kid.
It's pretty silly.
It's pretty silly. It's way sillier than I expected it to be, but super fun.
Rewatching it this time, my biggest issue with it is that I just don't think Gina Davis and Sam Jackson have the same, they don't have the same type of delivery of the Shane Black material that like Danny Glover and Mel Gibson do. Even Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe in The Nice Guys, or Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I just think that those are stronger showings of the two character buddy movie than they are in this one.
There's just more going on with this one in terms of like Gina Davis's character, because at a certain point, you know, halfway through the movie, she basically reverts to being Charlie. And so she's blonde and she's badass and she's like doesn't really care about Samantha's life anymore and like barely cares about her daughter for a while. And it's just like a kind of a strange shift for the protagonist in the middle of it. And then she ultimately, you know, the movie is her sort of blending the two personalities together.
How about that last shot where Charlie is now, she's not blonde and she's not brunette. She's like a perfect middle version of both those hair colors.
Yeah.
Signaling that she's both of these people now.
And it's a good performance. I think she's really great in this. But I hear what you're saying in terms of their dynamic.
Yeah, I don't think they deliver the dialogue the way that we've seen it delivered in other Shane Black movies. You know, it's not that they don't have chemistry. It's just their dynamic is not as engaging as it is in his other movies.
The action, though, in this one is excellent. Like way, way bigger and crazier than Lethal Weapon. The set pieces, which makes sense. I mean, Rennie Harlan, you know, directed Cliffhanger, Deep Blue Sea.
How about that shot of the helicopter flying over Niagara Falls? It's clearly a shot from another helicopter, but we just see this helicopter start to fly towards the falls, and then it opens up on the massive Niagara Falls. It's incredible, dude.
Yeah, amazing.
The ending of this movie is fucking awesome and so ridiculous at the same time.
It's great. I mean, it feels like the climax is like an hour long.
Yeah.
It's just like nonstop action. It goes from kind of between two locations and goes out with a bang, we'll say. This is a packed 4K, a lot of special features, a lot of new stuff from Arrow. Did you have a chance to check any of it out?
I was reading some stuff in the little like pamphlet that came with it and listening to one of the visual essays that's on the disc. And one of the things that was really important for Rennie Harlan and Gina Davis, who were married at the time,
right,
between this and Cutthroat Island, is that they were trying to create female action IP. Like, it was important for Gina Davis to do that. I think Rennie Harlan, just because he loved big action scenes, and his wife at the time really just buckled in and wanted to do that with her. But I think that's really interesting of somebody who's a pretty big star at this point, right? Thelma and Louise has come out.
Yeah.
She's like on the rise, and her sketching out this area where she's like, I want more female-led action IP is cool. It's unfortunate that, you know, this and Cutthroat Island didn't take off in a crazy way, but...
Right. Yeah, she's great in this. Like, she's very capable, believable as Charlie.
Yeah. Throwing a lot of knives.
There's a scene where she's fucking skating
Ooh.
on a frozen lake with a gun and just takes out these dudes in a car. It rocks.
So that is, I'm so happy they cut it out. But like originally, I guess she was supposed to like,
Oh yeah, I read this.
flip over the car and like shoot it and land in like a perfect pirouette. Is that what they call an ice skate landing? But I am really happy they took it out.
Yeah, they shot it and apparently it looked bad, so they didn't use it, which is...
But another hilarious couple editions on the limited edition Arrow. It comes with a sticker that says like caution frozen pond.
Which I think is a sign that's outside of the train station.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
And then a Christmas card with Samuel L. Jackson's Mitch Hennessy on it.
His character.
And it's like he's in like a jockey outfit, for lack of a better like term. He's got like plaid pants and a green jacket and a golf hat on. And it's just a picture of him in that outfit, and then the backside says "Merry Christmas, motherfucker."
Amazing. David Morse is also in this movie.
Oh God, yeah.
Fucking love David Morse.
We just talked about The Rock. He's so good. What a 96 for old David Morse, huh?
Seriously. The villain is interesting. You brought him up earlier, not Clive Owen. It took me a little while. I was like, this guy feels like he should just be on like The Office and not in this movie. He's just like a sweet-faced dude that I was like, I don't believe this guy very much, but he's so despicable that by the end you kind of appreciate that he's got such a punchable face.
Yeah, he is a real motherfucker in this movie.
And they have like history together, him and Gina Davis, which is a fun dynamic.
Yeah.
Their characters. So there we go, Sam. A Shane Black double feature. It was great. I had a blast. Big spectacle, very silly.
But like with some real heart. Like there's some really heartfelt stuff in both of these movies. And in all of his movies, honestly. Even The Nice Guys. Like the exploration of the father-daughter relationship in Nice Guys is very sweet. If you're picking a Shane Black movie as like your favorite, what are you picking? And are we counting Predator?
Yeah, I mean, if we're counting Predator.
Yeah.
Probably The Nice Guys. I feel like the comedy works the best in that one for me.
And I think a lot of that is because Ryan Gosling is so on fire in it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He has that like ability like John Hamm where he can make his like beautiful, handsome face look very silly and dumb when he needs it to.
Yep.
And it gets me every single time.
Okay, Sam, before we go, it's time to put wishes out into the physical media universe for titles and formats that do not yet exist. I wish for a 4K Criterion of The Insider, directed by Michael Mann.
I wish for an Arrow 4K of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. The Insider is so fucking jamming.
The Insider is a 1999 Michael Mann film starring Al Pacino, Russell Crowe, and Christopher Plummer. It's about a tobacco industry whistleblower and a journalist at 60 Minutes who's trying to tell the story, all based on a true story. There was a great episode of the New York Times podcast, The Daily, recently with Lowell Bergman, who Pacino plays, the real person, drawing parallels basically between the events of The Insider, the way 60 Minutes handled this situation, and the current settlement that was just reached with Trump suing them for the Harris interview. That made me really want to revisit this movie. I have it on Blu-ray. Be cool to see that upgraded.
It's really good. That's one that I don't own in any format, so I would love an announcement on that one.
Yeah.
Criterion would be good for that, I think.
Yeah, they seem like the most likely.
Yeah.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah. Shane Black's first directorial debut. Stars Val Kilmer and Robert Downey Jr. Was very much helpful in putting Robert Downey Jr. back in people's zeitgeist. Again, like another buddy. They're not even cops. They're just like, it's like a buddy drama that they got to figure out. Robert Downey Jr. gets framed for something, and he's got to figure out why these dead people keep like showing up in his house or car or whatever. It's ridiculous and over the top, but a great hang. And I just remember thinking it was like really funny and really well written. And maybe it hasn't aged perfectly, but I'd love to check it out again.
Yeah, my memory of revisiting that movie is, it feels like, I don't know if it's homophobic, but it has some kind of two-dimensional
views of the queer world.
Yeah.
I know that Val Kilmer plays a gay character in it.
Okay.
And that's all I really remember in terms of that stuff.
Yeah, I would have to see it again. I think it was just sort of stereotypical in my opinion the last time I watched it, but
a bit reductive, if you will. I would like to check it out again. I would like, or give me that and The Last Boy Scout.
Yeah, give me the fucking Last Boy Scout already. Okay, that is it for another episode of Physical Therapy. Thank you all very much for listening. Thank you to Kimberly for producing. Thank you to Patrick Laban for our theme songs.
Give us a like, give us a follow. PT Movie Pod on Instagram. We know what we're doing next?
We don't.
Uh-oh, gang. You're going to have to find out with us.
We'll talk.